Without the protection of the NRA, what would happen to us? We would be left for dead. I mean, not, literally, but you know what I mean, right?
For the second year in a row, the Good Liars, which is a comedy duo made up of Davram, Stiefler, and Jason Selvig, went to the NRA Convention and trolled them hard. So I'm going to show you what they did this year. I'm going to show you what they did last year. These guys are just absolutely hilarious because what they do is they help to put a spotlight on just how ridiculous the arguments coming from right-wing politicians and right-wing media really are. So, of course, this is around the discussion about guns. And here you have Davram pretend that he is, of course, in support of all of this. Meanwhile, the people listening, I mean, maybe when it's set through the way he's saying it here, they begin to question, are we on the right side of this issue? So let me play this for you here. I might as well just stay in the box. Whatever, I'll stay here. Check this out.
The gentleman at microphone 2A, you are recognized.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Thank you, sir.
I want to thank the NRA, and in particular Mr. LaPierre, for standing strong in the face of the constant assaults on gun owners by the gun control nuts. We, the gun owners, are the victims. We are victims of media bias and of legislators with their gun control drumbeat, and after every mass shooting, we live in fear. When will it happen again? Each time the national dialogue turns to rapid-fire stats and figures in an effort to discredit us, gun owners. They say that this country has over 400 million guns, more than any country in the world, and they say that's why there are more mass shootings than anywhere else in the world. But that's just coincidence. You know that famous saying, there are coincidences. The millions of gun owners across the nation are under attack. We are the real victims, but Wayne LaPierre and the NRA take the bullet for us. Thank you. And thank you.
It's like two people clapping.
Without the protection of the NRA, what would happen to us? We would be left for dead. I mean, not, literally, but you know what I mean, right? I worry that one day my children might be the victims of not having as many guns as they want. Our forefathers may have had flaws, it's true. Obviously, there was slavery, women didn't have the right to vote, but on the Second Amendment, they got it perfectly. So in closing, I want to say thank you to Mr. LaPierre and the NRA for providing gun owners this safe space where we can say to the world that gun owners are the real victims. Gun owners are the real victims. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. LaPierre. Thank you to the NRA. Gun owners are the victims.
You gotta wonder how many people there caught on to what was even happening. Because, everything he's saying there is right in line with what they're arguing. It's just maybe the way he's delivering it that maybe makes you question, is this guy really sincere? Because he completely exposes how ridiculous these people are to claim that they're the victims when, the fact that he kept hammering it, how they are the victims, the gun owners, they're the victims. Maybe it shook a couple of brain cells in that room. I don't know. Probably not. But this stuff is very obvious. Again, he brought up the comparison about how many guns there are in the U.S. compared to the rest of the world, how it's just a coincidence. You know the saying, there are coincidences. It's just too perfect. All right, so let's get to. Before I get to what they did last year, they have a Patreon. If you want to support them on Patreon, patreon.com/thegoodliars. They do fantastic work. Here is Jason Selvig. This is what they did last year. So if you missed this, check again. Similar kind of approach here, but this is what they did last year.
The chair recognizes the gentleman at microphone 1A.
Thank you. My name is Jason Selvig, and I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. And I would like to say that I am sick and tired of the left-wing media, and frankly, people in this room today, spreading misinformation about Wayne LaPierre. Whenever there's a mass shooting, they all say that Wayne LaPierre isn't doing enough to stop these mass shootings, and even implying that Wayne LaPierre has played a part in making it easier for these shooters to get guns, to get weapons. You heard it after Las Vegas. You heard it after Pulse nightclub in Orlando. You heard it after Columbine. You heard it after Parkland. You heard it after Virginia Tech. You heard it after Sandy Hook. You heard it after El Paso. You heard it after Buffalo. You kept hearing that Wayne LaPierre isn't doing enough, and frankly, that's not true. The NRA, under Wayne LaPierre's leadership, has provided thoughts and prayers to the victims and their families. And maybe these mass shootings would stop happening if we all thought a little bit more and we prayed a little bit more. So I'm asking everyone in this room to think, to pray. Give your thoughts and your prayers and your thoughts and your prayers and your prayers and your thoughts. And if we give enough of these thoughts and these prayers, these mass shootings will stop. So I want to thank you, Wayne LaPierre, for all your thoughts and all your prayers. Thank you.
You gotta wonder how much longer can they keep getting away with this stuff? Can they keep showing up at a place like this? These guys are recognizable now. So, this may be the last year they're even allowed into this convention, let alone any other right-wing rally or convention. But they're doing amazing work. This is really helping to, the obvious satirical nature of all of this. I think is one of the best ways to educate, even though, I don't know, at this point, even from polls that I've seen, even most gun owners agree in just having some basic regulations around firearms. So this really is more of an issue of gun manufacturers not wanting any regulation at all than it is about the actual gun owners. But regardless, this is entertaining. These guys do amazing work. And once again, hats off to them.